They are now a staple of science fiction and adventure movies, fighting blazing battles of good and evil in high-flying spaceships and in exotic kingdoms. But Hollywood didn't bring them to life. They first captured our imaginations in a very different medium. In the early decades of the last century, newspaper comics were mainly devoted to lighthearted or farcical characters and storylines, which is how they came to be called the funnies. But in 1929, the comic's broad caricature of humankind gave way to a vision right out of Michelangelo. The heroes had arrived. Buck Rogers, created by Philip Francis Nolan, had first appeared a year earlier in the pulp anthology Amazing Stories. But it was in comics that the futuristic fighter literally rocketed to pop culture stardom. The character was soon fighting interstellar evil on radio, as well as in a popular movie serial, where he was portrayed by former Olympic swimmer Buster Crabbe.
I don't get it. This ship's at least 100 years ahead of anything I ever saw.
Tarzan's origins were even earlier, in a 1912 novel by Edgar Rice Burroughs, and in a 1918 silent movie starring Elmo Lincoln. But it was the Tarzan comic strip, drawn by fine arts illustrator Vern Hogarth, that created the image of the jungle lord that would be adopted for Hollywood Tarzans for decades to come, including the versatile Buster Crabbe, but most famously another Olympic swimmer, Johnny Weissmuller, who made a vocal contribution to the Tarzan legend to match Hogarth's visual one. Unlike Tarzan and Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon was a comic strip original, created by Alex Raymond, who also provided the stunning visuals that helped make the strip an immediate sensation. Raymond also introduced comics' first supervillain, Ming the Merciless, who has bedeviled Flash Gordon in every medium from radio to movies to television down through the decades.
Enjoy your victory, Flash Gordon, or we will meet again.
That must be the entrance to the cavern.
Like Buck Rogers and Tarzan, Flash Gordon has made an indelible impression on screen, especially as played by, who else? Buster Crabbe. But the real legacy of these three characters is the door they opened for other comic adventure heroes, including Dick Tracy in 1931, Mandrake the Magician in 1934, The Phantom in 1936, Prince Valiant in 1937, and when comic pages led to comic books, Superman in 1938, and Batman in 1939.